Will Smith recalls having rampant sex to the point orgasms made him vomit. Now, I want to point out to you, Will Smith, he's a really morally centered guy, apart from wanting to kill his father. But anyways, so back in the day when he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was fucking constantly random bitches. And I'm calling them bitches because I'm putting myself back in the day when the Fresh Prince was a shit and we could do it back then. So he was fucking random bitches back in the day, but he didn't like it. So apparently he was having so much sex and it was going against his moral code that busting a nut made him want to throw up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great story, Will. It's a great story. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. That makes zero sense whatsoever. That makes no sense.
Have you heard of
the solution is very simple. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, some people cry when they come.
Okay, very nice.
I've never heard of vomiting, but okay, all right, yeah, go ahead.
The reason that it makes no sense is because if you were doing this and it was making you feel ill, the simple solution was simply not to do it. I don't get how
you got to remember. So this was impacting him morally. Will is a nice guy,
right?
So Will, when these bitches wanted to have sex with Will, he didn't want to hurt their feelings, so he had sex with them. So they didn't feel bad. It didn't affect their self-esteem. But internally, it was killing them.
Right.
Killing them.
Yeah. So as a man who understands being chased by thousands and thousands of women right here, right? I get it. I understand, Will. It's hard to resist the temptations of all these beautiful women and not want to stick your PP in them. I feel you 100%. But with all the self-control that you have in the training for your acting and bridging out into movies and the music and all of that stuff, it's just hard for me to believe that you could be so disciplined in all of these things and just lack self-control in just not having sex with all the girls. It's good. Sometimes it's good just to be chaste. You don't have to get with every single female. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to be selective. And especially when you have as many options in the world as we do, Will. And when I say we, I don't mean this guy. I mean me and Will Smith. That's who I mean.
Oh, we all know he's a virgin. Anyways, I'm curious. So did Will masturbate? Like, what happened when he masturbated? Was that the only time he could bust a nut without throwing up?
I mean, if he was having sex to the point that he's said he was having sex, I
guess
think
you wouldn't
need
have
for him to touch himself.
But I mean,
probably just call a girl over, she could do it for him.
I know, but everybody likes to orgasm, and he couldn't enjoy his orgasm. So I would assume the only time he could enjoy an orgasm is if he was giving it to himself.
Well, isn't busting a nut? Does it matter how it happens, or?
So you mean to tell me he couldn't even jerk off? If he tried to jerk off, he'd end up vomiting all over his dick.
You're asking me? I don't understand where Will's coming from, man. I have no idea where he's coming from. The only thing that I clearly understand from him is being chased by thousands of women. I'll say it again.
All right. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Do any of you suffer from this? If you do, seek help. All right. Don't do what Will did. You're better than that. All right. Sex is a wonderful.
Just stop. Take a break. Take a 1 week break.
There's that.
2 months. We're men. We're men at the end of the day, right? So I could be sick of sex on Monday and not do anything until Wednesday, and then immediately want to have sex because I have missed 2 days.
Or find yourself a Jada. There's always that. Find yourself a Jada.
The man was in an open relationship.
Yo, just make sure that there's no Tupac in the picture. Leave it in the comments, y'all. Look,